Hey, Lee Garrick. Good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? Well, Lee, how am I doing today? Man, I loves it when it rains here in Spain, but fucking hell, it gets boring. Oh, manic days. Have you been in for your operation yet? That's this month, isn't it? Back in April. All right. Mate, I think it's been raining since fucking Wednesday last week, hasn't it? And today is like heavy rain showers. It's only just stopped. Like, it's not just stopped. It's still raining. You go outside and it's still raining, but it's not as heavy as it was. But it keeps coming and going. Everything around is soaking wet. It's dry under here, though. Dry under my shelter. Saturday night was funny. You know, coming back, went shopping. Got yeah, went out during it stopped raining Saturday, and then what do you call it? As I was coming out of shop, it was fucking pissing it down. So we took shelter for a good half hour, and then a break in weather. And honestly, like all day yesterday, it was just raining. Today, raining. It's nice. It's good for the grounds. But as I said, it gets fucking boring. Last night I wanted to go to bed, and Grizzles wouldn't let me on my bed. He adamant that's his bed now. So yeah, I've been sitting on my chairs. Wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. Oh, you've had friggin' lovely weather, eh? 18 Celsius. Fucking hell. That's like a summer's day for you, isn't it? Well, you got it much colder today. Alright. So that cancelled going to the beach for a skinny dip, then, eh? Now, strictly cycling. What do I do with you, strictly cycling? What do I do with you? Listen, strictly cycling. We don't need to know what's going on. We don't need to know what's going on. All that fear mongering, of which them tabloids are doing, you're repeating. You know, that's all it is, bro. The fear mongering. None of what they do has got any fucking effects on any of us. We certainly ain't got any fucking control over what they be doing. So, for me, I've spent 46 years fucking ignoring them, bro. Royals, politicians, police, and anybody that wants to repeat their bullshit. I've been ignoring. And for you to keep coming into this chat and taking over, I don't want you here, bro. Yeah? So I have to kindly remind you, yeah, that you're fear mongering, working for the governments, working on behalf of your fucking Trump and I have to show you now that you're not fucking welcomed. So take a 10-minute fuck off. Hey, your mum's life. Oh, Purple Aki. The picture scared you. This is a picture of a troll. That is a common look of a troll. I was listening to a channel yesterday, and some of you might be aware of that channel. That I pays attention to. And it reminded me, the content yesterday reminded me of my main message. You see, these career criminals, should they be allowed platform on YouTube or any social media? You know, these career criminals that have victims. Is it fair for the victims to constantly watch the Decca Heggies and the Steve Cookies? I mean, the Arctic Nick Williamses and the Shitty Wet Wipes Traveling Tramps, Trailer Trash, Timmy Teeth. For the likes of, should these people be given freedom on social medias? Personally, I've been saying all along, no. Dirty, wrong, and junkies, dirty pissheads, you know, these violent peoples, yeah, with victims, should they have social platforms? And personally, I think no. Should these celebrities be encouraged on social platforms? Personally, I says no. When our lives are being dictated and manipulated on behalf of these criminal religious ones, yeah, like the popes and the priests, or the representatives of the law, whether they be politicians, police, solicitors, when these scumbags are protecting the lowest of the low, you got to ask yourself seriously, like, yeah, what the fuck is it all about? You know, good peoples. I see there, Lee Carrick, a good fella. Why is he pushed aside? And yet the criminals, the junkies, and the pissheads are favoured. The criminals are favoured. Why is it that the biggest, dirtiest junkies like Rob YouTube Asylum and the biggest of pissheads like Andrew J or Queen Nessie, how is it these peoples are encouraged, protected, and housed, fed, everything from the taxpayers? I know it ain't right. I know it ain't right. And so when there's these strictly cyclings encouraging these governments, these religious types, they're encouraging the junkies and the alcoholics, protecting the career criminals. I mean, like, I really don't have any patience for people like strictly cycling anymore. You've shown your forces, you've shown your loyalties, and that's what you're promoting. That's what you big up. A few weeks ago, there was the old thing about these woman abusers. You know, this Mister what's his fucking name? But anyways, yeah, there was a few of them being called out at the time. One of them was trying to justify his behavior up against another one that had basically been responsible for the same stuff. Should we be encouraging suicidals like AJ Smith and Matrix on PC? I mean, they're vulnerable peoples with psychiatric issues. Yeah, which really, like, none of us are qualified to be catering and dealing with. These people have, they have proved that they have families and governments on their side. So what the fuck are they doing? Reaching out to normal people, common people. What are they doing? Dragging us down. To their miserable level. We encourage it. I've encouraged it. I've encouraged those and each one of them to show themselves, be themselves, and nothing but themselves. Because that's the best way to be. Just be yourself. 8 billion people on this planet. And I don't have a choice to say, fuck off, ignore me, leave me the fuck alone. I don't have that power on this social media. In real life, I have that power. Fuck off, leave me the fuck alone. In real life, I have that power. On social media, there is no power. There is no strength. Unless you're a career junkie. Unless you're a fucking thief. Unless you're fucking creating misery on loads of people. Now, for me, I'll keep highlighting those wrong'uns. The Rob YouTube's Asylum, the Sparky Shack, the 50-year-old gamers. I'll keep repeating about the shitty wet wipe trailer trash traveling tramp, Timmy Teeth. I'll keep mentioning until cunts like that are eradicated from this fucking earth. While we got scumbags like that running around the earth, creating misery, and then expecting people like me to what? Look up to these fuckers? I couldn't look up to them scumbags. Not even if I was fucking 10 foot down would I ever look up to these fucking scumbags. And I said it from day one. Deck Aggie and Steve Cookie. I said it from day one. Ronan Holdens and his fucking motley crew. I said it from day one. And I'm proud to be me. Unlike them ones, the Rob YouTube Asylum, for example. Pure junkie, pure thief, and a pure no good for nothing crybaby wimp. Yeah? Turning over a new leaf. What a fucking deadbeat. Rob YouTube Asylum. You got your boy fucking straight out of jail to get into the intimidation racket. Rob YouTube Asylum. I could end up seeing you in court. Rob YouTube Asylum and your Sparky Shack. But you know what, boys? I'm not a double-faced rat like you lot. You may be able to run to the police, YouTube Asylum, Rob, with your fucking scumbag fucking deadbeat Sparky Shack and your Yugi's World. You lot might be able to run to the police. But you know what? I don't agree with having you locked up where you'll be nursed, housed, and fed. I don't agree with that. I agree that scumbags like you should have your legs removed, your hands removed, and your fucking tongues removed, and your eyes and your ears removed, and you should be left crawling and munching on the fucking leftovers of people like me. That's what I think about the junkies, the thieves, the drunks, the woman abusers, the career criminals. Right? Strictly, I've told you once, I've told you twice, and I've told you more than that on every occasion that he comes here. So you're after pissing me off now, yeah? Without if you hadn't come in here, I'd still probably be on the fucking peaceful mode. Now you can fuck off for 24 hours. I seen a video today of that horrible fucking Sharon Binksy, you know, with her racism and her fucking hooliganism attitude. You know, she's made on to some fucking documentary of a BBC. I think it was about 6 years old. The documentary that she in. I mean, she don't look half as old as she does now. And Katie Razzle, yeah, Katie Razzle, I will gladly speak to you about what we've learned on YouTube about Sharon Binksy. Yeah. Because that, for me, when she was talking about going into the schoolyards, into the primary schools, protesting in primary schools, I said, you has got to be one of the sickest puppies on this planet. You want to go protest in the schoolyards? Hey, Joko. Wow, your channel's growing, bro. So I had a big clear out a couple of weeks ago. About a month ago, I had a big clear out. I unsubscribed from everybody's, and I unmodded everybody's. But you see now, yeah, I get to share Sharon Binksy's message worldwide. Yeah, all those EDLA, all those EDL peoples, all those BMP peoples. Yeah, you know, I'll share you worldwide because I don't agree with racism. I don't agree with targeting children's schoolyards. As Sharon Binksy, a lot of things that I know about you, I'll keep for the main interviews because you don't come here and for you to get a heads up from the trolls, it'll prove my point. I don't like racists. I don't like capitalists, and I certainly don't like these types putting my country under threat. You know, Sharon Binksy, you may not appreciate England for what it is, yeah, but I appreciate England enough that I let the new wave settle in. I let the new wave. I encourage and I invite them. For the shite that Sharon Binksy's great grandfathers did in Iraq, in China, in India, in Africa. We owe those people's compensation for the miseries of which our country inflicted on them for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years. Well, okay, hundreds of years. They're going around setting fire to hotels in your local areas just because they're housing vulnerable peoples from vulnerable parts of the world. For the sick people that get off on that, I can assure you, I am glad to have disconnected and gone my separate way. Now, when I was sitting in jail for the riots, I was sitting there and I recognized how shit England was getting and how shit Ireland had got. Prioritizing to the weak and the richest. When I recognized back in, what was it, 2020? Was it 2020? Or what year was it? When they allowed England to decriminalize the marijuanas. When I seen the amount of the statistics of people that were running to the doctor with what I call skunk psychosis. When I recognize all those people that fucked up the opportunities of England being one of the first countries to allow marijuana consumption and personal grows. When I recognize these people that can't handle the smoke, it made me recognize that's not a country suitable for me. Remember, it's only 10 years ago or 20 years ago when they tried that decriminalizing the marijuanas. It was 2018, was it, Purple Aki? 2018. So that was only 6 or 7 years ago, yeah? Not even 10 years ago. So understanding, yeah, less than 10 years ago. The laws ain't going to change now. Not for another 20 to 30 or 40, 50 years about England and the marijuanas. Hmm? There's more chances of heroin houses being legal before we have marijuana houses. So from that, I sit back and I recognize, okay, fine, the Americans, the Canadians, Australia, Thailand, Germany, Czech Republic, these are countries that are encouraging the use of marijuanas, the freedom of marijuanas. It's a social experiment, from my awareness. Within about 5, maybe 10 years, there's going to be a lot of people's unemployed, unemployable. And it's going to be due to the marijuana consumption. Or, you're on Valium, or you're on substances that, like, disables you. Did you know if you're a drug addict, a registered drug addict, like Rob YouTube Asylum, if you're a registered drug addict like him, technically, you can't drive. Technically, you should not be around vulnerable peoples. And technically, you should be put the fuck down. Wow. North Sea accidents, eh? Tankers and cargo vessels colliding. Wow. Now, that's a bit dodgy, considering tankers and cargo vessels have GPS and autopilots. And yeah, that's interesting. What sort of cargo went overboard? Good afternoon, King Charles. Good afternoon. How was your flight, Bo? How was your flight? Have you made it to Spain? It's fucking wet, isn't it? I don't know what Alicante's looking like for yourself, but for myself, when I seen a bit of the news, it looks wet. It looks like half of it's flooded. But then that's pretty much all around here. You've not got wet no more, but it's very cold. You know what? I can see it's freaking cold around here. We got snow on both sides of the mountain. Yeah, I was looking over on over to the south, and I can see snow. Yeah, and this is all good for the ski resort. And the Sierra Nevada ski resort. I see Malaga suffering. But that's the built up areas. Yeah, for myself, the land, it needs this water. Unfortunately, majority of this water goes straight out to sea. There isn't um, a system yet where they're collecting the rainwater. Personally, I reckon from my roof, I've taken a couple of 100 liters of water off of my roof in the last few days. At least a couple of 100 liters. Yep. Every few hours, pushing me stick up. And stop the puddle from getting too big. In some ways, it's a shame it's raining because I would love to have walked away from here now. Now that Captain Jack's not here, it's like fucking hell. It's like yeah, I ain't doing much in life. And the passing of Captain Jack's an incentive to get on and live my life. Around these parts, I ain't fucking living. I'm existing, and I don't like it. This environment, it seems to be like I don't know, finished. Oh wow, full of jet fuel. Cool. So is there a big explosion? Hey there, Andy. For myself, this area, I don't know, not working, expected to work for nothing or for 20 euros a day. It's like, nah, I can't justify that. Bloody caps lock. Hey, a babbit. I'd much rather have the crap this wet weather here in Spain than having this wet weather in England or Ireland. Fucking hell, bro. I was so depressed living in England and Ireland with this sort of weather. That's why you need your car. That's why you need your driving license, Andy. So you can, on shit weather days like this, you can just like drive off anywhere, go and enjoy anywhere you want to be. Personally, I gave up on the idea of driving because I like smoking my weed too much. I don't need to drive. Fireworks. How long's it been since you were last in Spain, Charles? How long was it since you was last in Spain? A few months, isn't it? I think before Christmas, wasn't it? You was here last. I go to Joey Bobo's chat, and yeah, where I met Andy, and there seems to be a lot of people's. Um, there seems to be a lot of people who's in that chat that visit Spain. Oh, 7th of February. Oh, that was only a month ago. Hmm. Why don't I remember that then? We're lucky with this rain that we're having now because it came in soft for a few days, and then it came in heavier. You know, like that's a blessing. If it'd come in strong straightaways, there'd have been a lot of land washed away. And people in Alicante, yep, I know. People all over are struggling, Joe's mate. Yeah. People all over are struggling. You gotta remember, like this Brexit thing scared a lot of British people's away. Scared a lot of the British money away. And Alicante is one of them places. Like some parts are mini Britain. You get me? Yeah. Torrevieja, Benidorm. He puts both sides of Alicante. Very, very British oriented. When I was there, again 9 years ago, I keep thinking if I was in, if I went to Alicante, would my gypsy friends remember me? Or would I need to go through the different stages of getting accepted? Would I be welcome in my mate's bar, or would I have to hang around on the streets? I think I remember where my mate's bar is, and because I remember the plaza, I don't think I'll be able to forget it. Price of property, jeep, was doubled. Is it? It's doubled. Oh dear. I tell you what, a lot of that is, Charles. Yeah, there's a lot of the mentality that the British are cheapskates. Yeah, and so like the German, the Dutch, French influences. Like maybe a bit of Spanish. Yeah, they'll play the German way. Like and drive the prices up, so the Brits are less interested. And then it'll be like a lot of folk will be, oh yeah, I've got property, I'll sell. And that'll be the worst mistake of a lot of people's, like from Britain to sell their properties in Spain just because properties fetching top dollar. But then if it's just a holiday home and it's only used for a couple of weeks of the year, I used to think that should be criminal. Like having a property and it's only used twice, 2 weeks of the year. I uh, I remember growing up in Ireland and saying, "Nah, that's criminal. That is fucking criminal. You built up all this property just for 2 weeks of the freaking year. Nah, that is fucking criminal. Criminal." Is the McDonald's cafe still on the main street there? On the what do you call it? The Promenade, or on the beachfront? I used to like sitting at that McDonald's because they got electricity points on the lampposts. Yeah, on yeah, and so get a cup of coffee and couple of Magdalenas and charge my phone up. And the sailing, the regatta, um, the regatta seating right down the end of the beach, right down the very end. King Charles, yeah, Big problem with squatters. You can't get squatters out. Yep, they're protected. Yes, 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 Joey Bobo. Good to see you, fella. Good to see you. And that's something I learned when I first came to Spain, Charles. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, like empty properties. Yeah, you get in there and you're somewhat protected by law. But in environments like this, going into an unprotected property, go squatting, you're gonna get fucking armed squads on you. You get me, yeah? You're gonna get the hunters on you. Mm? The Volvo Ocean Race. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's it. Right down the end of the beach. Right down the end. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And you got the you got like a big cemented area for people to set up on. Yeah, for the ocean race. Yeah. I used to camp out down there. Yeah. That was my sleeping space when I was in town. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be out at Sant Gabriel. You know, Sant Gabriel, just before Alicante, about 4 or 5 miles before Alicante, on the beach. Yeah, the west side of the harbor. Yeah, I'd be down there. Uh, lot of gypsies in Alicante. A lot of gypsies. Reminds me a bit like Limerick. You know, is one of them places where the gypsies were encouraged to settle, I guess. You see, it's not so much of the Spanish gypsies that's the problem in Alicante. It's the fucking foreigners. Mm. From all over the Europes. Them's there. Yeah, anyone that knows you're not there, you know, yeah, they don't want to be there when you're there, but they'll move in as soon as you're not. Yeah. Change the fucking locks, and then it's theirs. Not good. Not good at all. It's the same down here, King Charles. You remember fucking last year? You know, like I was minding that fella's property, his buses and all that whatnot. It's the same down here. That's why that's why he asked me to look after his place, because it's the same for him. Do you get me? Yeah, people's, you know, like, yeah, they would have moved in and robbed him, but they robbed me instead. Yeah. He's lucky I'm not a thief. Otherwise, I would have fucking taken back, you know, of the value. Ah, you and yours have robbed me of this. I'll take double. I'll leave you with nothing. Is what I, you know, like if I was criminally minded, that's exactly how I'd be doing it. No, I'm trying to think. I had yeah. I was thinking, ask him nicely, if not, pay a fucking Russian 10 grand. Yeah, and show no mercy. Yeah, I used to know a couple of lads, mostly Dutch fellas. Yeah, I met a couple of Dutch fellas and a Swiss fella in Alicante. The Swiss fella, I met him back afterwards in Malaga, and he'd gone weird. Yeah, when I met up with him in Alicante, he was good as gold. When I met him in Malaga, proper fucking weird. Uh, what was the Dutch fella's name? He was a big fella, a big bearded fella. Toby, I think his name was. Yeah. And the Swiss fellow was Mats, and he was the old, stockbroker. Yeah, he was in the shares in the business back in his day. Then he had a motorbike accident, and he fucked himself up, and he'd been an alcoholic ever since. So you reckon Alicante's got too expensive then? Yeah. I remember folk from yeah, like I said, that Toby fella from Holland. He's able to rent accommodation and live like a king with his social benefits from Holland. It's funny how you can do that, isn't it? Come from a different country on social benefits, and yeah, Norwegians, Dutch, Germans, French. Hmm. I suppose I should fucking think about putting me socks and shoes on and go for a bit of a walk, exercise these freaking legs. Says we got rain for another week at least. At least another week of rain. Massive money they gets, bro. Massive money they get from Norwegian. 2 grand a month, bro. 2 grand a month. Just because they're psychologically fucked up from the treatment that their grandfathers endured during the war. They're compensated. Eh? Just because your grandfather a fucking victim of the war, you getting compensated. You qualify for being a fucking, like, wow. They're proper weird systems. I know folks that left the Soviet Unions, and because of the fucking social benefits in Norway was top dollar, that's where they went to. They went to the Norways. It's funny how superior some of them folks think they are. You get me? You know, it's like I've met folk in Ireland, yeah, and because them's on disability, they think them's more superior than people on job seekers, just because they get paid more. And it's like that's proper fucking weird, you know. I think. Personally, I think, yeah, everybody entitled to certain amount of dollars. Yeah. Now, those that work, sure, you get mace. Yeah, you get a bigger wage because you're working. Well, I don't think a junkie should get paid more than mace. Where is the mountain man? On his mountain, I think. On his mountain, bro. He did send me a text earlier asking if I was dry. And he was partying, celebrating that his water tanks are full. What? You crying about? I never heard you whining like this, except this last week. You whining every time I move. I leave you behind, will I? Well, I don't normally, so why would I stop? All right, I need a pee-pee. What? What are you whistling for? That is one of the most annoying fucking sounds I've ever heard from a dog. Fucking hell. You've taken over my bed. I tried getting in my bed last night, yeah, and he wouldn't fucking let me. I told him get up, get up, get off of my bed, yeah, about fucking 10 times. And he fucking refused point blank. So I just left him up there. You know, I fucking slept on my chairs. And he's like, hey? How comes I'm like giving my fucking bed up to the dog? I was like, you can fucking share my bed, or you can sleep on the fucking chairs. But hang on a minute, that's my fucking bed, huh? And now today, I get in fucking dressed, and he fucking, like crying. You're like, what the fuck? Or not crying, but he's like whistling. I don't like that dog whistle. What the fuck's that all about? Lonely people make desperate mistakes. I'm not lonely. I make a choice to be away from people. Grabbing the rubbish bag. Wine clouds everywhere. The neighbor, he's in a good mood. Oh, it's bath time. I just seen a three-legged dog. He's still looking for Captain. That's where he bumped. Washed away now, Grizzles. Earlier when I looked, this mountain up here had snow. What are you whistling for? I don't know why he keeps fucking whining. Yeah, but he's whining ever since I started getting dressed, fucking crying. Okay, it looks like that weather's coming off the sea. Look. Don't know if you can see it there. We got snow. Will you fuck off now? What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking crying. I told you 20 minutes ago, you're doing my head in with the Just up along there, it's snow-capped. The river here has stopped flowing. They were running last night and this morning. It's gone quiet now. Oh, look. A German lady. Her dogs are following everybody. I tell you what, that woman needs fucking locking up and putting down. You see how bony her dogs are looking? That's fucking disgusting. Feed your fucking dogs, bitch. That's probably why her child was taken away from her, because she never fed her child. Same as she not feeding her fucking dogs. That's fucking disgusting. I want to see that mountain clear from the clouds. Walk between the raindrops. At least I know the last place captain had a piss. Oh, fucking hell, man. Me and Captain were supposed to outlive you. Oh, wow, that's looking nice on that mountain. Nice and snowy. Patches of snow. Do you want to go home on chain? I'll lock you up on the fucking home on your own in a minute. You carry on crying like that. Swear down now. You're taking the piss out of my ears. That's nice out there. Airplane passing through the clouds. Hola. I don't know why I'm walking this way, but I am. Hola. And get wet feet in these puddles. Oh dear. Hola. Going into the second week without my Captain Jack, and it's like fucking hell. Fucking hell. What kind of life is ahead of me from now on? Like, fuck's sake. I stuck around because I thought, well, you know, like, yeah, there's truth to be shared. You know, there's these scumbags that need outing. And this environment where I'm at, to out those scumbags, where it all started, you know, there's 100 people here. They're a victim of that Arsenic Williams. And yet, the people didn't know how to like investigate or, like whatever. Huh? I'm not interested. I get told by people to move on, move on, move on, move on. And it's like, I don't want to move on. Huh? I don't want to see every time I go to other people's posts, those scumbags are still doing what they did to me. It's like, this is 3 fucking years, lads, and they're still doing it. Yeah, that's shitty wet wipe. 2 fucking years. If I was behaving like them fucking scumbags, I'd be dead. But them scumbags are encouraged and protected. And because I made a fucking mockery of their lies, they stay protected. They stay in the entertainment side of it all. It's only for entertainment. It's only for entertainment. No, motherfuckers. This is lives. And you know what, Rob? YouTube Asylum and Sparky Shack and Arctic Nick Williams and Shitty Wet Wipe travelling in wind trailer trash tramp from Shrewsbury. I hold you all responsible for the death of Captain Jack. Not the person that run him over, but you shit talkers that have had me grounded. They've singled me off for not being a junkie, for not being a retired junkie, for not being an alcoholic or a retired alcoholic. I don't fit into your gang. Well, guess what, you drunken junkie, no good for nothings. Your karmas are just about to get hold of you. Because now Captain Jack's free to roam the spiritual routes. I know for a fact he'd be communicating with the higher bosses to make sure that you lot suffer. And those near you and around you suffer more than I ever have. Because you're junkies and alcoholics. I'll push for laws that you're not allowed around your children, your grandchildren, your nieces. You're not allowed nowhere. You got to stay homebound. You dirty junkie alcoholic, no good for nothings. Oh. I've lived a life of love and peace. My dog never deserved the stress that those people inflicted. It's like you, Queen Nessie. You murdered my dog, Captain Jack. When you came to my channel, this channel, bringing your shit with your fucking wet knicker syndrome for your traveling Tim. Was you on drugs Saturday, was you? Huh? Was you tripping Saturday? You didn't have nothing to say. You just sat there like you were tripping. Oh. Wow. All the shutters on that hotel's closed. Well, the conversations have ended, so I'm going to end. Ciao for now.